We're continuing work on the utility building, and today we are starting to tame the conduit spaghetti. This morning we rented the jackhammer. We got some of the rock out of here because this is going to be the water line to the barn, and we want our lives easier for future ourselves when we need to excavate this back to get the line into the barn.
I'm putting it back a little bit from
yes,
the end. What is it at there?
So there it's at 67 inches.
Okay.
This pipe that we're putting in here is sleeving for the water line to go to the barn. We'll probably use HDPE poly pipe to feed into this line, but that can happen later when we build the barn. In this conduit spaghetti, the very bottom layer is the ground wire for the electrical. There's one ground rod in here and a wire going underneath here, over here, and connect to the other ground rod in this trench. Next up, we're working on putting a 2-inch electrical conduit to the barn.
Okay. So you need to lift your end. Okay, down a little bit. Down a little bit. All right, we've had a great day today working through this conduit spaghetti. Let me try and walk you through where we've got up to today, but we are not finished. There's still more to do. Over there at the far end, we have the 3-inch conduit. That is our main power coming into the building. And next to it, you can see the 1/2-inch conduit that we've got the ground electrode conductor inside. Next up, over there, we've got the 2-inch conduit. That's got the yellow tracer wire on top of it. That's what's going to have our fiber internet coming in. As you can see, that's all on a string line that shows the outside of the wall. The other thing on the outside of the wall is this clean out here. This is going to be our RV dump next to the building. Moving to this other string line, this is essentially the inside of the wall, And this is therefore things inside the room. This is the electrical room that I'm standing in here now, and we got a bunch of conduits going in. Here we have a 2-inch conduit that is heading off that way. That is to the future position of a barn garage building that we have planned. That will be what we use to take power over to that building. Next up, this is the one going to our septic tank to run the pump, and this is the one going to the post that we installed over there, where we plan to install a 50 amp outlet to run our shipping container off. This last one is not in position yet, it's just sort of leaning there. This is a 3-inch conduit. This will be taking power over to the house. So this is our bank of electrical conduits coming into the electrical room. Where we haven't got to yet is this corner. This corner is going to be our networking corner. We're going to have 5 or 6 conduits coming up in here. These will be carrying either fiber optic or Cat6 Ethernet cable to the driveway, the septic system, the well, the future barn. All of those things will terminate here. Again, a lot of these are going to be stubs, like the barn will just be stub conduits. They're just capped off underground so that later when we want to do that building, we don't have to excavate inside the building. We also don't have to drill through the wall and have things going down the outside of the wall. We can just excavate 5 foot out from the building footprint and find our conduit that we've stubbed. Moving over here, we've got a couple more things going on the ground. This first one here, underneath me here, this is just the 4-inch sewer pipe going underneath the building from the clean out you saw earlier. This other one here, this other 4-inch pipe, this is actually sleeving. So we are going to be putting a water line over to the barn potentially. It will not be a year-round water supply. The barn will not be a heated structure. So what we've decided to do is put some 4-inch pipe down here that we can then thread essentially a poly pipe or a PEX pipe or something like that through in future. So this is just a sleeve. It's not finished yet. It's not terminated. This will come up inside the water room. To the other side of that is a solar conduit. So the idea here is that we want to have all of our solar paraphernalia, all the chargers and everything in this room, but not all the solar panels will be on this building. So we expect to have solar panels potentially on the house and on the roof of this building, and potentially on the barn workshop as well. So this conduit coming in here, it will actually be a DC feed from the barn for solar panels on the roof that can go into a solar charge controller here. Those are going to come up on the wall over here. So this wall here will be all of our solar stuff, batteries and things. They're going to come up there. And then last, what you don't see is some conduits and pipes coming up here. This will be for the well. So much like we're sleeving the water pipe there, we're going to sleeve the well pipe coming in here. This was the water supply line from the well is going to come in through here, along with a couple of conduits. One will be a networking over to that corner. One will be power coming in for the well. That's actually going to come up on the wall inside the water room so that we can power the well. I guess I said last, there's actually a couple more over on this side. This will be where we have some things going out to the house. So we're going to have a sleeved water line coming out this way for the house that we can put a water line in future. We'll also have a networking conduit going out there, and the big 3-inch thing that we saw earlier, that's going off towards the house as well. We'll also have a solar feed coming back over to this way as well. And then I think last, over here, this will be a couple of stubs going out to a potential future workshop that we're thinking of up there somewhere. We don't really have any concrete plans yet, but we do want to stub out some utilities so that we've got access to them in future. So there's a lot going on in this building. We've taken a lot of care to get all the string lines for the wall locations as accurate as we possibly can. Try to get things where we need them, paying real close attention to how the different conduits cross, making sure that we don't have data and networking conduits crossing anything other than perpendicular to the power conduits unless they are separated by a certain distance, making sure we do have our separation, and really just focusing on trying to do the neatest job we can under here, which is kind of funny because you'll never see this. All you'll see is some conduits coming up through the concrete. It'll be like a Super Mario game. Remember, like dropping down the pipes and popping up somewhere else? Hopefully that's what we can do with these conduits, and we can run wires around our property to give ourselves the power and the communication that we want.
This morning, the first thing I did was to return the jackhammer to finish our one-day rental. And now I'm going to start backfilling what I can. So I'll start backfilling from here and move on towards there. The goal is to close up to the building wall as soon as possible, because we'll need to park the RV. We're thinking maybe like 5 feet from the septic cleanout so that we can dump it. We need to do that before the winter starts. Under slab, we'll have a layer of insulation and we'll be using gravel. It's a foam glass substrate. So I'm gonna mark the level at which the gravel is going to start on the pipe so that I know how tall to backfill. And the gravel is going to be under foundation plus 3 feet outside of the foundation. So I set my laser to that level and I'll mark it on these pipes. This is the post we put in so that when we are digging back these conduits, it's going to be easy to find where the pipes end, and we'll just flush cut it to the grade when we're done. I also wrote on the post what the conduits we have underneath. I also realized I need to tape this direct burial cable to the other network conduit. Okay, now I can backfill. Matt is back from the training, so he's gonna focus on setting the network conduits up, and I'll continue to backfill. Here we have buried barn conduit. It comes out underground here and it goes up there in this bank of conduits. And it is the second one from the edge. The next day we turned our attention to installing a water line from the well to the utility building. First we prepared the bottom of the trench for it to have the right slope. The beauty of building our house ourselves is that we can change things when we have better ideas without the change order fees. We decided to add a separate water spigot so that we don't have to have hoses stretching across the carport. The spigot will be where I temporarily covered a hole in the ground with a piece of foam board. We got hail! It is end of October and this is our first hail snow of the year. The water line from the well is going to be a HDPE pipe, but under the building and carport slab we are sleeving it into a 4-inch PVC pipe. Here we are trying to line the pipe such that it comes just inside an interior wall. We're feeding fish tape through the pipe to get a pull string through, which we'll use to pull the HDPE pipe through.
Is that in?
Yeah. Wait. I need help with this bundle. Can you lift it up? Yeah.
That's going.
Okay.
Must be love, love, love. Nothing more.
Wait 1 second. Want to get the string?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Okay, now they're when they're stopped.
Huh?
Now they're where they're not attached.
Okay. Tell me when I can pull.
Yeah,
Yes, I can pull, or yes, you'll tell me.
I will tell. Okay. Wait, stop. I think this sound is more entertaining.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I hope the camera can catch this.
Probably not. Okay. The string is not much left.
No, I can hear it getting close, I think.
Okay.
Oh, right. This is where it's caught on something. Oh. Okay.
Do you want me to pull it back and wiggle it?
Yeah, pull it back a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to pull with momentum.
Yeah?
So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Okay.
Right, the ends are just here now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, don't get stuck on there, you little shite. There we go.
Victory! More?
Yeah. Okay. And we still want to stick a straight piece of pipe over this, don't we? We're gluttons for punishment. Well, here's a top tip for you. If you're going to be pulling polypipe, HDPE pipe through a 4-inch sleeving like we are, what you want is a really hot sunny day, not the coldest day of the season so far. It is 39 degrees here and we've had hail today so far. Today was not the day to do this, but we are desperate to get this stuff in before winter. So that's what we've been doing. We've pulled these 2 pieces of high density polyethylene pipe through a 4-inch sleeve. That will get it from inside the building, outside the building footprint, all the way over there. One of those is going to connect to our well, to our pitless adapter that we installed last year. The other piece is going to connect up to an outdoor faucet, an outdoor hose bib that we're going to install. We consider doing a frost-free hydrant. We are not doing that. We're going to winterize this, so it's just going to be a warm weather hydrant basically, and we'll blow that out with compressed air to winterize it. There's also going to be a 7-foot tall piece of 4-inch pipe still to go on here. We decided to put that on after pulling the poly pipe through, rather than trying to get it all in at the same time, just because trying to pull that up there would have been, I mean, basically impossible. That would have been horrible to try and do. So we now have these 2 things in. What we need to do next is cap off the other end. So there's a bare, empty piece of 4-inch PVC pipe sticking out in the ground with these 2 pieces of poly sticking out. We are going to put a cap on the end.
Okay. And then get the other one too through it?
Yeah, you might as well. I can hold this.
This is the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually going to try and sort of really seal that assembly. So we're going to put a piece of foam board inside there with a cutout for the two pieces of pipe, silicon that in place, and then put some spray foam on top of that, then put a cap on with a couple of holes drilled in the bottom, glue that on and silicon that in place. Okay. On. Push. Why won't that go on? Get a hammer. Get a hammer. Before we seal that on, we'll also need to connect up the pitless adapter. We will be leaving some pipe left over here. That will be inside that tall stack that we're going to leave on here. That'll protect it over the winter until we get to it next year when we can shorten it. But otherwise, we've got no way to leave the poly pipe long. So that's what we're going to be doing there.
Now it's time to attach the HDPE pipe to the pitless adapter that we installed last year.
I think that's a bit too long still, because I think it would be more like there would be good. Yeah, so there then. So just cutting like a couple of inches off the end.
Yeah.
But I really want to get this one nice and square.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So then we're going to put that on in opposite directions over there. You ready?
Yeah.
Push, push, push. Okay, good. Yep. Get to the end and push. Right, what is it? Let's get it vertical. Watch out. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just come out the top.
Okay, perfect. So you'll need a little bit more. You have to push it down. I'll be hard. Do you want me to get so you'll go to the top.
Yeah.
Let me get a gorilla ladder, because I'll need to push from the top, right, somehow to get it actually seated.
I think it'll go.
Okay.
I really do. If it doesn't, I'll just hang on it.
Okay.
So it does. So
So now I need to hold it up so you can glue it.
yeah. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, pull forward. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good luck.
See you in like a year.
or more. Right. Okay. So that's now in.